Buenos dias, amigos. Estamos aqui mais uma vez em Pera aí, eu ia abrir um negócio, mas não ia dar muito certo agora. Pronto, agora sim. Honkai Star Rail. Então, pessoal, estamos live quarta-feira. Muitos anos que eu não faço uma live fora do final de semana. Meu Deus do céu, olha isso. Hoje estamos aqui em Honkai Star Rail mais uma vez e a gente vai fazer o seguinte. Eu vou continuar a missão de onde a gente parou, que o Huley era o nome dele, tinha escapado da prisão. A gente foi atrás, a Feixal tá vindo aqui pra cima também, o bicho tá pegando e vamos ver do que vai dar isso, que eu sei que vai dar bom, sei que vai dar bom. Eu me escondi aqui, fazer um negócio e já... Oxe, cadê? E já fiz. Então, vambora. E eu quero saber o que vai acontecer nessa missão, porque, pô, foi interessante até a última atualização. Foi ruim não. Eu gostei. Tirando a última, diferente da última missão de Penacone que eu fiz no final de semana agora, não cheirou nem fedeu, gente. Honestamente. Pô. Enfim, vou seguir meu caminho aqui. Como offers, ok. E eu lembro mais ou menos o que aconteceu quando a gente parou. Acho que os generais decidiram que eles iam entrar na briga, mas com a gente eu não sei o que aconteceu não. Quero ver qual vai ser do caô. Isso vai ser bom mesmo, porque... Acho que vai ser. Vou botar fé no Star Rail. Na história do Star Rail, pelo menos uma vez eu vou botar fé. Ok. Vambora. Já vi uma raposa aí, hein? Esse cara aqui é de Penacone? Porque esses dois são... Eu já vi esse tipo de personagem em algum lugar. Acho que ele é de Luofu mesmo.
Slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance.
Mano, a Feixal tá ali.
There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Hung went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
Uma coisa que eu acabei não pegando da última atualização. Eu acho que... Eita. Eu acho que o Hula, tipo, escapou e fugiu, desapareceu, e a gente também, mas parecia que, tipo, a gente não tinha escapado, eu não entendi isso.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected
Ora,
by
eu
the
também
guards
eu.
until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hule's escape. And we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. It doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Será que é porque ele é
It has
um...
nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much.
Nossa! Oxi!
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more
É verdade,
complicated
né?
the situation becomes.
Jiao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the 2 Nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but
Correto, a Marge estava aqui treinando, né? Caraca, que louco. Nem pensei nisso.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Huaiyan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun-Li, what do you think we should do?
Eu acho que você não devia estar perguntando isso pra ela, né?
I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now,
dane-se eles, com todo respeito.
the Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Novalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people in the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here.
Master Yun-Li, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yanqing?
No, that's not the case.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what
É incrível que eles botaram ela pra dizer, mesmo assim.
March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant.
A March entrou de caiaque no navio, tá?
We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Nossa! Linchas POV? Eu vou descobrir agora se eu quero dar pull pra ela. Já vimos muito esse lugar
I'm
aqui.
sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Sininho Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Ok, agora o que eu vou fazer? Ler o kit da Lincha. No fucking way. Me sacanearam, tá? Se pá que rola, tá?
According to
Vejamos.
Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borison in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemist detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borison were able to disguise themselves as Foxians.
Simply put, Foxians and Borson share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borson to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Indeed. This means that these Borson have a steady supply of the medicine within the Luofu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borson's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borson have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borson. Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borson possesses. This is likely the work of Hulay.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borson truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lin Shaw. To the Alliance, Borson have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hulay is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hulay united numerous Borson pacts, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hulay appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hulay with her frost blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes.
Eita.
Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now.
Nossa, mas ela é...
I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Ok, que tal a gente fazer uma baguncinha aqui na Califórnia? Tome. Agora sim, a gente vê o que ela faz.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
Nossa!
Hard on your own.
Ai, graças a Deus, né? Dá pra ver a habilidade, pelo amor de Deus. Interessante.
Immerse yourself in it. Be of your body and mind. Everything is ordained.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
You'll make good practice.
Fangs and claws. The fearless knows not fear. I won't do. Too slow.
Awesome. You'll make. Watch this.
Ué, esse duo aqui é brincadeira, tá?
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Allow me to purge the root of the. Yeah.
Nossa, mas deu 0 de dano, viu?
Oh, let's see.
Show me what you can do.
Fortíssimos. Fortíssimos. Não me fechar, que não tá 100% ainda. Estamos chegando. Are you fucking serious with me?
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Olha aqui mesmo. O que minha technique faz?
Incense ascends.
Ah, nada. Não sei, quer dizer, nada não. Tipo, não sei, pronto.
Where you go,
What?
Master? Don't. Not very sportsmanlike. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
You're falling apart on your own. The fearless knows not fear. I won't do.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Scared yet?
Fangs and claws got dull.
Cara, a morte é um absurdo, tá?
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Awesome! Now watch this! Who invited you? Everything's ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
The fearless knows not fear. I won't do it.
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah! Time to show Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this!
Never hesitate!
Cara, melhores duplas. Ou Facial e Mort, ou Facial e Moza, tá?
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Temos aqui.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive.
Eita.
Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borsen are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borsen. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borsen kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sin? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Linshaw.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you.
Ai, não dá pra ver, né? Ah, desgraçados. Oh, queria ver um bagulho, não teve muito como. E é a tropa da Honkai. Não da rua meio, mas enfim.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive!
Maiden.
Suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
Oh. Oh. Tá machucando esse tipo de coisa, viu?
Time to cleanse the filth. No manners, huh?
I venture forth to hunt.
Ah, tá apertando o botão errado.
Victory is inevitable. Oh, I get it. Watch this.
Oh, eu não achei que fosse quebrar. Ah, essa dupla é muito boa. Cara, papo reto, peraí, deixa eu ler a ult dela rapidão.
Everything in this world is bleeding. Who invited you?
Time to show Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this!
Ai, que daninho pífio, viu? Tá complicado.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Como assim, Dinho? Vai aparecer aqui pra me ajudar por acaso? Que eu tô dando uma necessitada. Tome.
Everything is ordained by those stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Ai.
The fearless knows not fear. How on Too slow.
Quase fomos de berço.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Luofu instead of the Yao
Sim, eu ia perguntar isso.
You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech?
Sim.
Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borison did, so...
Exactly. While Borison see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hulei was not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hulei thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hulei and the Luofu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae.
Oops. Oops.
By imprisoning Hulei and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But, let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
Dessa vez eu vou lutar, não. Vai saber não. Droga. Achei que eu ia acertar sem conseguir mirar. Ah, consegui, caramba.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingshaw, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true mastermind. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Troca de POV? Troca de POV pro Jiaoqiu. Olha.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make
Vou te dar spoiler aqui, cara.
Stuff the kid's mouth with green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
Coisa boa isso daí. Cara, estava tentando pegar aqui minha facial e eu vou falar que eu consegui 20 pulls. Rodei 2 vezes e veio. Estou feliz. Veio o Moza também, que eu queria muito. Então tamo na felicidade aqui. E tu, mano, deu tiro pra alguém já? Como é que tá?
I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with... I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them. Them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way,
Nossa,
the flavor of the meat
220.
overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a
Boa,
fussy
mano,
child
boa.
can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship.
Então, papo reto. Eu tinha um pré-save aqui, já tinha feito um pré-farmzinho de algumas coisas pra eles. Mas a minha fechão não tá 100%. O ataque dela tá bom. Eu tô precisando dar uma melhoradinha, se eu não me engano, no... Como é que é? No crítico dela. Mas a ult já tá dando um dano bem legal. E tô precisando de uns artefatos com uma melhor distribuição. O Mose eu vou demorar muito. Eu também, na verdade, ainda tenho 12k de Stellar Jades pra usar. Não vou usar, não. Vou guardar pra se vier um rerun legal ou se eu decidir meter uma lincha pro meu time.
By provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue. You see Boris and his savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei.
Oh, you
Meu
pathetic
Deus.
Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us, no matter how far you run away.
Hule. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hule?
Mais ou menos.
Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing.
Eu não vou ter que me preocupar com isso porque eu não tô dando pulo nos reruns.
In remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
Agora é a hora, por favor.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mangas.
Mangá?
Who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
Fiquei sabendo sim do Sunday.
Mangas. What does she
Não sei se vou dar pulo, necessita da averiguação.
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Luofu's war dance. And that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
That so-called prophet.
Eu também não curto ele muito não. Não queria falar isso pra não ofender ninguém, mas eu não sou tão fã do Sunday assim.
Prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here with us.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Luofu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our stars gifts will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Luofu is distracted by the stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders.
Papo reto, né? Eles podem meter essa.
Confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou. I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
Cara, eu vou falar que eu tenho até sorte nessa, porque eu tenho o Japar, que eu ganhei tentando pegar o Argenti. E... não, isso daí é sacanagem, tá? Isso daí é brincadeira.
I'm
Não
offering
vou brincar, não.
you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiao? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters.
Isso aí é sacanagem com você, tá? Vou te falar. Mas, tipo, nesse sentido, eu tô até que bem na fita, porque temos... todo mundo? Sim. Aqui, ó, pera aí. Cadê o archive? Não, também. Temos geral, mano. Eu consegui a Fuxuan um bagulho muito absurdo. Eu perdi o 50-50 dela, desisti de pegar. Depois eu fui dar umazinhas aí pra poder ver o que desce. Ela veio. E o Japar eu ganhei na fila normal mesmo. E a Venturine eu dei um save. Inclusive eu vou falar um negócio, ó. Dei pull pra Akron no passado. E quando ela saiu, perdi a 50-50 dela. Ganhei um Japar, sei lá quem que eu ganhei aí. E agora temos só que consegui, tinha o suficiente, conseguimos a Akron. Depois da Akron veio a Venturine, Boothill, Firefly, Jade e agora Facial. 5 50-50 seguidas ganhas. Isso tem 3,2% de chance de acontecer e eu estou feliz.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
Mas eu vou te falar que se tu tiver um...
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
Se você... Ó. Enfim, se tu tiver um abundance forte o suficiente,
He's testing me.
Você pode usar só um healer no time.
Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hulei?
Mano, é por isso que eu meio que não uso o time. Eu deixo os que eu vou usar na hora, tá ligado? Tipo, geralmente eu uso o que eu tô mais hypado naquele momento. Tipo, eu tô com a Fei Xiao agora que tá morta, tadinha. Ninguém salva a menina. Só que, tipo, eu vou mudando. Por exemplo, já que eu tô com o Jiao Chu, se eu precisar lutar, eu vou puxar ele aqui uma Akron, tá ligado? Pra fazer a boa. Cadê a pelo? Aqui em cima. E aí, tipo, é isso. Ok. What do we do? Mas é isso, mano. Dá pra usar só um healer, dependendo de qual for. Se tiver o Loach, é muito bom pra isso. E a... como é que é o nome dela? You're filled with the anxiety. Isso é verdade. A Ho-Ho é muito boa também. Pô, mas se eu falar isso vai dar problema, tá? Ó, esse aqui é a Fox e eu não confio. Não confio.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
Can't you just stop asking? You're not one of us, and I smell a familiar scent on you.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on?
Se eu meter o...
Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
E se eu falar com o Cloud Knight só? Caraca, mas será que muda isso mesmo?
I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help?
Pô, esse é um meio model, tá? Isso aí não é um female model nem ferrando.
Understood. Please come to me if you need any help.
Cara, o que será que muda tendo isso daqui, mano? Tô curioso, vou pesquisar depois.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned.
Cara, será que eu testo isso aqui? Eu tô bolado. Será, mano, que a gente manda essa? Eu tô na dúvida. Não sei.
Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment, if there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to ask me.
Será que eu consigo achar algum lugar que não tá observado? Inclusive, eu queria dizer um negócio. A última vez a gente estava com os Sanctus Médicos, eles estavam ali. E agora o Hule tá ali também, eles são meio burrinhos, tá ligado? Ah, eu não sei se o que eu faço aqui. Eu consigo pesquisar isso e entender. Pô, não tem... Não achei nada aqui, mano. É, vou...
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry, wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. What? Are you joking? How can I take you beyond the Jade Gate in this tiny star skiff?
Cara, e agora, mano? Não faço a menor ideia se eu falo com alguém ou não, mano. Ah, gente, é só um joguinho, tá? É só um joguinho. Só videogame. Se já o tio morreu, eu também não gosto tanto dele assim.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Could you please provide more details? What? Are you sure about that? Wait. I recognize you. You're the lost Yaoqing messenger. How are you here?
I was brought here by the Borisin. Please make sure to report this news.
All right. I'll call for reinforcements.
Acho que tá de bom tamanho já, né? Tá de bom tamanho. Vou falar com isso daqui não. Ó, você aí, ó. Você, ó. Morra, morra, morra. Morra. Caraca, tem o Slash ali. É igualzinho o Slash. É igualzinho mesmo. Enfim, depois eu volto pra ver isso aqui. E aí, Hulei? Qual foi?
You're back, Jiaoqiu.
Come and take a good look. Who is this person?
Don't worry. This captain will help us.
Uh-huh.
What are you trying to do, Moktuk? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I never gave you permission to talk with others. Remember, this person died because of you.
Ok, nem liguei. Caguei,
You
pô.
want to prove to me that you hold everyone's lives in
Caguei,
your hands,
pô.
right, Hulei?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiaoqiu. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktuk says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
Isso, meu Deus.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time.
warhead.
Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long, or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shanzhou Yaoqing wanted to take me away? To some, I'm a hostage, but to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember, in the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Zhou? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borison and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borison warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Zhou, I found you.
Mose! O Mose! Ah, ele apareceu! Gente, nessa troca de POV, eu vou fechar a live de hoje. Eu espero que vocês tenham voltado. Ih, caramba. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Tô pensando em várias coisas ao mesmo tempo, tá dando tudo errado.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borison?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Mwadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Zhao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borison? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borison. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been in prison for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Luofu cloud
Bobinho, viu?
How could he consider us his prey?
Bobinho.
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
E com isso a gente fecha a live de hoje, gente. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado mesmo. E eu tô gostando, essa história tá boazinha, tá desenrolando bem legal. E eu vejo vocês na próxima live, provavelmente vai ser mais próximo do fim de semana, porque sexta e sábado, não sei qual vai ser. Mas nos vemos por aí, gente. Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Eu curti e eu vejo vocês na próxima. Valeu, tropa. Tamo junto. Um grande salve pro Jax, que falou aqui bastante no comments section. E é isso, gente. Salve pra você, Jax. Espero você na próxima, se tu quiser voltar. Tamo junto. E é isso, gente. Valeu. Vamos continuar essa missão. Tô boladão. Tô querendo continuar. Vambora.